Hey world. So I wanted to talk to you about why I haven't been to Africa yet. I've been thinking a lot about going to Africa recently as the years have gone by. And, I really want to see the motherland and stuff, but I had a harrowing story that I heard from my stepsister's friend. And she was talking about, her name is Nina. And my stepsister works for, or she did work for Delta Airlines corporate in Atlanta as a project manager. So she gets the travel or fly free benefit. So she flew my stepsister flew her friend Nina to Lagos, Nigeria. Round trip from ATL. She said it was a Nina said it was a 10-hour flight, and the whole plane smelled like ass. Whole plane smelled like fucking ass and underarm funk because nobody wears deodorant. That was the case on the plane, and it was also the case on the ground in Nigeria. Like, nobody wears deodorant. That's not a thing. That's definitely a Western thing. They're not into that. She said that she spent like a week in the hotel in central Lagos or downtown Lagos, and then 2 weeks staying with the family outside of Lagos, like in the outskirts, in a rural area. And she was telling me that, when she was staying with the family, there was no running water. So nobody could wash their ass. You had to go to the bathroom in a hole outside. You have to shit and pee in a hole, and they would get rid of it whenever. Um, she's just as dark as 4 a.m. just like they are. But she's still American as fuck. So she had a real hard time adjusting. Um, the food, she said she didn't know what the fuck it was. Most of it, she didn't know what the fuck it was. If she did know what the fuck it was walking around a few hours ago, and now it's on the dinner plate. But other than that, like probably 60 to 80% of the food, she didn't know what the fuck it was. She ate a little bit. She found a little bit that was palatable, but most of the time she did not eat. And she said she lost weight. She was mainly on a water diet. Um, and of course, in the villages, there's no electricity unless they have generators, and not everybody has. Most people don't have generators. Um, so it was just a very harrowing experience for her. When she was in the hotel, when she first got there for the first week, she said that they would have blackouts every single day. Like, the power would literally shut off 4 to 6 hours a day in a city of 10 million people, Lagos. It's at least 10 million people. Every day for 4 to 6 hours, 4 to 6 hours every day. And sometimes it'll still be light outside. It wouldn't even be that late. And, it's hot there. It's like 90 to 100 degrees. It does not ever get cool or cold. And, so the power shut off. When the power shut off, sometimes the hotel generator would kick on, and sometimes it wouldn't. And in instances that it wouldn't, then you just would not be having no internet, no AC, and you'd be just looking at four walls looking like Boo Boo the Fool. There's no, and it's pitch black outside if it's dark, if it's night, and then if it's daytime, then you're just looking at four walls with nothing to do because the power went off. And if you just go to sleep, I guess let's say the power went off at 7 p.m. If you go to sleep at 7 p.m., 6 p.m., then maybe if you go to sleep by the time you wake up, the power will be back on. But it was an everyday thing, and it was shut off at different times a day. Not the same time every single day, but it was shut off sometimes early daylight, still daylight, and sometimes, at night, but it was shut off. And so it was just a major inconvenience. So she was just telling me how uncomfortable she was. She said when she stayed in the hut or in the with the family outside of Lagos, she said that basically, she did get used to it after about a week. Because the women, they don't douche when they have their periods. Nobody wears deodorant. I mean, you're constantly smelling human body odor that's not treated with any water, soap, or perfume. And if you're not used to that, then it can be very, very uncomfortable. She said, no, for the first week, she felt sick. She felt nauseated. She hardly couldn't eat. The stenches was just ugh. And she said everybody smelled like ass. Again, I mean, it didn't stop. I mean, on the plane and there. But she said after a week, it didn't bother her as much, probably because she smelled like them, because, she wasn't washing herself either, So eventually, if everybody around you has human body odor and that's not washed or sanitized or kept up, and you don't keep up yourself either, then basically you're not smelling anything. Nobody stinks to you because you all smell alike. So I guess she smelled like them after about a week, and that's why it didn't bother her as much. But needless to say, at the end of that whole experience, she was ready to go. She was ready to go back to America. And so my thing is like, yeah, I definitely want to see Mustafa. I definitely want to see Simba. I want to see the Lion King in real life and in person. I'm Wakanda down. Okay, T'Challa, I'm Wakanda down. But and I want to see my people, and I want to see the heritage of where my ancestors came from. Yes, I want to do all of that. But I'm American as fuck, and I'm bougie. So I'm gonna need to stay in some place that has like Western accommodations, Western conveniences. I'm not trying to do no fucking blackouts. If I stay at a hotel, it needs to be in the city, and it also needs to have a backup generator that will definitely kick on, because I'm not trying to have no hours and hours of no power. That's crazy, and I'm not trying to be around a bunch of stinky, funky people either, So it's just, I mean, no, no, ma'am, no, sir. I mean, I want to go, but at the same time, it's like it's not gonna kill me if I don't ever go. It's not gonna kill me if I never see Africa. I'm just keeping it 100. Based on her experience, and it's not just her. It's other people have said the same thing. Now, other parts of Africa that's like Mediterranean Africa, like Egypt, those are pretty modern places. South Africa, I will go to South Africa. I would go to probably Mauritius, which is like off of the coast of not Morocco, Madagascar. Mauritius is off the coast of Madagascar. What else? I've been hearing a lot of great things about Tanzania, but still, it's like they have the blackouts. So it's just like I would have to stay in some place that has like Western style accommodations for me to adjust. I don't want to stay in nobody's hut, or I'll visit. I'll do the safaris and all that stuff. I'll visit, but I'm not staying 2 weeks and overnight and all that shit. I'm gonna need to stay in someplace with Wi-Fi, with power, all that shit. I would need to probably stay with the equivalent to a 4 or 5 star hotel there. I wouldn't be able to do nobody's hut or nobody's village. So, and I'm gonna wear my deodorant and I'm gonna wash my ass. Fuck all that. So anyway, I just wanted to tell y'all how I felt about that. Bye-bye.